All right, there we go. Hello, everyone, and welcome. Crash here, this RTA Motorsports. Today, we're going to be jumping into iRacing, what we wanted to do, and we're going to be joining the Imsa 90 event. This is a special event. This is not a normal race session or anything like that. This is the Imsa 90. It's a 90-minute race at Sebring, so it's going to be pretty crazy. We don't have terribly too much experience here. I have raced here many times, but I wouldn't say, like, you know, I'm completely proficient at Sebring. So I am familiar with it. We're going to keep practicing it, and hopefully it works out well for us. Let's see. Some things I kind of want to adjust. The lighting on this webcam for some reason is like way off. It's a contrast. Ooh, that looks weird. That looks funky. I don't know. It all looks kind of... I don't know what's going on. It kind of looks all blown out and way too bright for whatever reason. Anyway, we're just going to have to deal with that. So, let's make sure we got chat working. Let's Let's write something in here. This is going to be a long one. Let's see if we can get it. There we go. Boom. It's in. Hurricane Moon, good afternoon. From England, sub. You're new to sim racing stuff. Been a flight sim guy for years, thinking of changing over. The nice thing is a lot of the rigs that you use for flight sim and everything like that also work for sim racing. So, you know, this motion rig, we're in a 3 Degrees of Freedom motion rig. It's actually interchangeable. So, yeah. All right, everyone. So, my buddy Jesse is going to be joining in. You kind of notice that these gloves here, these are the Sparco Hyper Grip gloves. I love them. They're super light. They breathe real well. And then you could also take your pointer fingers out so you can touch screens. It also, I think it has the grippers so it will pick up your fingers, but it's very easy and not uncomfortable to take your fingers out of it. Anyway, let's switch the view over. Let's make this full screen again. Switch the view over so that way you could all see what we're looking at. I am going to try to make this a little bit more widescreen because we are running a Samsung GH90. It's a 32 by 9, so I'm going to shrink this down a little bit so you can see a little bit more of the sides. Let's make sure we got this centered. There we go. That looks better. So we are running a setting, or I should say a setup from VRS. So I can't show you guys the setup because, you know, it's a paid subscription. But yeah, let's give it a try. Let's jump on track. I do have motion going. I know our last few races and events that we've done, we didn't have any motion going. We do have motion going this time. Let's center up this other camera here for the pedals. There we go. All right, let's get the belts on, so that way we can feel like we're in the rig and not on the rig. I don't know. Since I started using belts in this motion rig, the motion doesn't feel right unless I'm wearing the belts. So, anyway, all right, here we go. We are running a 7-inch tablet this time for our dash display because I know we're going to have to monitor fuel and all that. There's a lot more we're going to have to monitor, so figured why not change that out. We are running the virtual mirror because finding a lot of people, being that this is going to be a multi-class race, I'm going to have to watch some of the other cars. Get used to that virtual mirror. We messed that up. Messed it up already.
Left side, clear on the left.
Let's let this other guy go by.
You got a slow car on the right. Car stops on the right. Go left.
Missed the apex on that one. Kind of want to get the tires on the curve on that one. Late apex turn. Car does feel a little bit like it's hunting a little bit, you know what I mean? It's losing it.
Left side.
Let this guy go by.
Clear on the left.
His lap times are actually really, really good, so I don't want to. Hop, 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 hop. So there's a lot of people that joined this event so far.
Go right. Car on your left.
Gosh.
Clear.
You're drifting this front wheel drive car. Come on now. So being that it's a multi-class race, we're going to be running with the Porsche Cayman GT4s. They are faster. We're losing a lot of speed through there. We could carry more speed in, but I don't feel quite confident yet.
You got a slow car on the right. Go left.
Probably should have just kept it in fourth there. Braked way too soon. So this, that's a bumpy section anyway, but this car definitely bumps around a little bit through there. There we go. We were able to keep it in a little bit better. We got to get it in more to the apex, to that cone on the inside. Went off there. Let's go back to the pits and we'll practice some more. I do need to get chat up on the screen so that way we could see it. For some reason I can't seem to get my chat up. There we go. All right, there's my chat. Oh. I remember now. I can't actually get my chat up when the title is full screen. So let's see. If we do this, I should be able to see it. Thinking of You already got the rig, just need a good wheel. You've been using the old DriveForce Pro for ATS and ETS2. Thinking of getting a G29 with shifter next month. Or some of the Thrustmaster ones. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Alright, so we're just going to use it like this. I think we should be fine there. I got the pop-out chat up. I think... So Streamlabs OBS, they have a chat overlay that you could use. And it's actually really nice because the font's nice and big and you can customize everything. I have it to come up on my main screen, but Iracing I have run at full screen. And you can't have both. So it's got to be in a... displayed in a window. So soon we gotta register for the race session. The race session starts at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I did drink a lot of fluids this morning to get ready for this session, so I may have to take a quick bathroom break before we actually start the race, just to make sure that we can make it through the race. An hour and a half straight of driving in a motion rig is a little jostling, a little, it shakes you a bit. A little late apex action. Should be fourth gear through there. And I gotta try to keep it to the left. We can't hit that curb. ACC console versus PC, any opinions? Ty, thank you so much for joining in. Personally, I'm a PC guy now. But the consoles are blurring the line. So it's kind of hard to really make that argument. The only reason why I would make the argument is because I have a lot of accessories. I have the dash display, I have the motion rig. Even though there's ways to get a motion rig working off of a console, but you still kind of need a PC to do it. So I'm full PC because of the modability of everything. How many accessories you have, but console for the driving experience, console isn't bad at all. I mean, it's a lot of these consoles now are really just PCs. So if you're not looking to do all this extra stuff, like I have an I flag here, which is an LED panel that displays a current flag that's out. If you're not looking to do any of the crazy stuff like that we're doing, console is just fine. Especially if you already have it, and that's the main thing, is like starting with whatever you have, and that's what we did in the beginning. I mean, I had a handbrake that was made from a flight stick that I customized, and I had some RC car shocks. And because we had it lying around, I wanted that extra feeling of pulling on something almost hydraulic. So we just made it work, and it got me addicted to the experience, and that's where we are now. But if you already have a console, get a wheel connected to it, get it going. I mean, you probably already do, but I don't hate on any platform at all. Yeah. Rashid, thank you so much. Hurricane, yeah. That was a 218. We're still a few seconds off where we need to be, but you know, got nice and close to the wall there. Not as close as we need to be. I should almost be scraping that mirror off. We're on the new tire model, new damage model. Every lap we seem to be going faster and faster, a little bit smoother. Nice late apex there. A little bit better. I think we still early apex, and that's why I was having an issue getting out of the turn correctly, but we didn't touch the curb. Some of these guys are running 213s and faster. Whoa, baby. Yep. Wow, that would have been probably like a 216 around there. Damn. This is going to be interesting, that's for sure. You know what? Let's actually see if the race session is available for us to join, because we're getting to that time. A lot of people are already jumping out, so I'm assuming probably people are getting ready. Let's see. Let's see where we are. Got my amino acid drink here, my BCAAs. Trying to stay hydrated. It's starting. 700. Yes, 710 people registered for this event. 710 people. Yeah, bathroom break is definitely going to be needed. Let me do that real quick. 710. This is going to be crazy. All right, guys. Just give me a few moments. Take a quick break. And yeah, we'll be jumping on track. Oh my gosh. Everyone, we got so far 730 now. 730 are doing this race event. Again, this is the iRacing Imsa 90 minutes of Sebring. Not a terribly long race, but not a short race by any means. This is going to be crazy. Let's see if we could actually... There we go. We're joining in. See, normally with Sebring, whenever I did race Sebring in the past, it was always in VR. We never really raced it outside of VR. It's crazy. Rashid, don't get on yourself like that, because it's a hobby of practice, and you have to practice a lot. I'm still, even though we've been sim racing for how many years, and I've been hopping around too many titles. That's kind of one of the big issues there too, just hopping around from title to title. But I only just made it to Class A or License A within the past, I would say the past year, maybe past like 8 months. And I've been sim racing in iRacing, but not specifically only focusing on iRacing since like 2014. So, you know, don't get down on yourself. It's all about practice. It's not about like who's good enough or how, what type of, what is it called? What type of things you're born with. It's nothing like that. It's all practice. It's all practice based. And what I suggest, what helped me out big time recently is, and I'm not sponsored by them, they don't pay me, they don't even know I exist probably, but VRS, Virtual Racing School, their setups, I don't go through their school program. They do have like classes and whatnot, but their setups are a huge help. And then on top of that, every setup that they have a tutorial video where they go through each turn, what you should look for, hints and tips to get around the turn, where the apex is, what you should be, what gear you should be in, how much braking and everything. And then when you are doing the race, it actually logs your telemetry and you can go back and kind of see where you are. Not only races, but practice sessions too. That's probably one of the biggest. Oh my gosh, we just crossed 800 drivers registered and climbing. 800 drivers registered. Wow. Oh my gosh. This is insane. Oh my gosh. I don't think I've ever seen a race session that has been this, I'm not going to say congested, but with this many people. Over 800. All right, let's switch to the view. And let's start driving. Ben, what's going on, brother? Yes, it's multi-class, so it's going to be the Porsche Cayman GT4s, which are faster. Seem to be a little bit more tail-happy of a car. I've noticed a lot of people kind of spinning out. And then there's going to be the Audi RS3 LMS car that we've been kind of messing with. The front-wheel drive car. So 2 classes. They are faster. So if you see any of the yellows kind of popping up behind us, you see the yellow on the relative screen, those are the Porsches. That's a different class than us, and I'll let them by generally, especially if they're right on our tail. We'll have to let them by because we're not racing against them essentially. No, don't regret spending 4K in your rig. You should be excited to practice and get better. That's the right mindset to have. This is all virtual. This is basically you versus you. Do it, man. Just practice. It's tough, and that's why it's now becoming such a popular hobby, because it's not easy. And that's the way it is. And then from one sim to another, it's almost like driving a whole new car, even if you're driving the same car. It all depends on how they set up their physics and all that. Yeah, and it's hard too to really get the time to practice, but that's the me time that a lot of people always talk about. Sometimes you need to take care of yourself, have a little me time, have a little separation from, you know, the normal daily grind. If you get like an hour in a week, that's amazing, you know. An hour in for a hobby, that's more than a lot of people could say in this world. And yeah, that's pretty much all the time that we get. When we do our Wednesday morning live streams, it's because that's the only time I have to really try to have me time. And I like to share it. I like to have fun with you guys. And that's why we're live streaming it then. You know what I mean? All right, I'm going to let... Oh, we're in the session with Jesse, our good buddy. We're not going to have him on check because I really want to focus this race, and I don't want to distract him with me screaming because I've been... There he is ahead of us. Let's see if we could keep up with him. I know he's been running a lot faster lap times than us, but he's also much more familiar with Sebring than us in general. Let me know what the audio levels sound like too if you need me to bump up Iracing. What we have to focus on, and kind of a tip he was giving me, is on throttle later in the corners. Really just focusing on not getting on throttle too early. Wait for the car to settle. It's a front-wheel drive car, and sometimes, you know, you get on the throttle too early in this front-wheel drive platform, it'll push you out wide. And it's something we do not want or need to happen. It's truly a case of slower is better. Or slower is faster, I should say. And some of these curves are tricky, because some of them you cannot roll onto. Little dip there. Some of them it's advantageous that you actually get onto them. Like that one, it would have been better if we would have actually gone just a little bit over the curb. Missed the apex on that. But yeah, it would have been a little bit more advantageous if we actually got the tires just over the curb. On the inside, the runoff is actually pretty good, pretty wide on that. And again, if you're just joining in, again, this is the Imsa 90. "90-minute race." Definitely going to have to pit in at some point. There's a picture on the Instagram of me and Jesse racing here at Sebring in the Ferrari Cup car, I believe it is, or the Ferrari Challenge. Yeah, what that is, that series. I think it's Ferrari Challenge. And I was flying in the air upside down, and he drove under my flying car. I really don't need to go down to third gear there. It's almost out of habit because we're so used to driving the GT3 cars here. screwed up that mid corner. I was too far in. I was thinking about it. I just saw our buddy Jesse spun off the track. Let's see, the race session should be starting any moment. I'm actually surprised it has not. Oh, there we go. Now it's yelling at us to join the race session. Normally it yells at you in the center of the screen, so that's why he was spun off. He's joining the race session. I'll be excited if we're actually in the same race session as our buddy Jesse. See where he places, because he's smoking the lap times on this. Our fastest lap time, it says our best, it says here on my dash 2:15. I think that's probably our optimal. I don't know. I don't remember seeing 2:15, or maybe we did, but we got it off track. I'm not sure. I would like to also see how many people are actually in this race session total now. Because I know just as we were going into the practice, we were at like, what was it, 820 something teams and individuals. Yes, Sebring. Things are going somewhat well, I guess you could say. Make sure we have voice chat off, because I know that's gonna get really crazy with everyone. See if Jesse's gonna be in this one. He might be in a different session, because I think his I rating's higher than ours. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like he's going to be in a different session. Well, that stinks. You know what? I'm going to leave the fuel alone. I know we only have 14.1 gallons. This is probably going to be around a 40 lap or so race. was the Virtual Racing School, or VRS.
Car on your left. Clear.
I think he just went off the track. Over here waiting for him to pass. I think he just went off. Okay.
Left side.
Whoa!
Clear.
He said sorry at least.
Right side. Clear on the right.
That was an abrupt lighting change on the track there. I don't know what that was about. I guess the sun's just starting to come up. Really got to get on the throttle late there. You see the car behind us kind of fishtailed a little bit. Ah, darn it. Yep, we messed that one up. Oh, am I taking applications for a spotter coach? Not really. Probably if we get better. I got a ways to go before I think I necessitate that. I know there's some really cool software that you could use, but yeah, I'm not there yet. I need a little bit more time, I think, in my week to practice. The track is abusive on cars in real life too, yeah. And the thing is, being that this is a front-wheel drive car, it kind of exacerbates that hopping, the front-end hop that we're getting. Because on practice, on throttle, that's when, you're wanting that power to get down to the track, transfer it out of the drivetrain to the track, and you can't put the power down because the car's hopping on you. You know what I mean? It's kind of a tricky combination, this car and track. There's a lot of people in this race session.
Slow car ahead. Car stopped ahead.
That wasn't cool. Should have just let him go by. Oh, great. Now our tires are dirty. Just a practice session though.
Left side. Clear on the left. Car right. Clear on the right.
Woo! You got some harsh words.
Slow down. You got a penalty. We're cutting the cord.
Oh, he cut behind us as well.
Car on your left. Clear.
Hey, what's up, Pops? I kind of wonder if a lot of people in this session don't know that it's a multi-class race, you know what I mean?
Slow car ahead. You got a slow car on the left.
So you're going to see me letting a lot of these Porsches by during the race, and that's because it is a multi-class race. But I think you only need a Class C license to race in this event. A lot of those guys may not know that it's a multi-class or what a multi-class
Car
race
stopped on the right.
entails.
Go left.
So it'll be interesting to see how people handle the situation.
Car on your left. Clear on the left. Car right. Still there. Hold your line. Keep to the left. Clear on the right.
Yeah, yeah.
Car right. Stay on the left.
Oh,
Keep to the left. Clear.
that was not clean. I did not. I early apex and it threw me out wide in the turn. little bit of dirt. Sent us right off. A little bit of dirt on that left rear.
Clear on the right.
Threw us way, way, way off.
They say you cut the cord. You'll have to slow down and give up the time game.
So this is just a practice session still, which I'm surprised it's going this long. I didn't really pay attention to the session information beforehand. It might be like a 20-minute session or something like that. We'll see. Either way, we need it. You know what I mean? Need as much practice as we can get. Go. That was decently smooth, but we did lose some time on that from our optimal lap. But wasn't the smoothest corner exit. You can see our time going down on how much faster we are than our last best lap. We didn't quite finish that lap. Not sure where we would have been. I don't know. All right, so we got a qualifying, 8 minutes for qualifying, 2 laps. We're not going to mess around with fuel. We don't have a qualifying setup, unfortunately, but we'll leave it as is, and we'll see how we qualify. So now safety rating and everything kind of is important. This is just an open lap, so we need to make sure we get some heat in the tires. Front wheel drive car, you really need heat in those front tires. So we're going to take it nice and easy and make sure we make it around the track safely and not mess up the car, the tires, or anything like that. We got 8 minutes to do essentially 3 laps, so it's going to be kind of close. You don't want to completely drag your feet on this open lap, but at the same time, no unnecessary risks, because this is not the lap that counts. See how we were understeering through there is pushing us out because the tires are cold. Rear tires are still recording in the 60-degree range.
Green, green, green. Okay, here comes your first time lap.
Need to get a time on the board. We'll take this one nice and easy. Late throttle. Kind of messed that up. We throttled on too early and it kind of pulled us out of the inside of that corner. See what we can get on this second lap. It looks like this one here, it's not going to be our fastest lap, but at least we'll get a lap on the board. Oh, it will be our fastest lap. Apparently we did that one much smoother than we have by over a half a second. Oh, 2:16, nice, nice. Not quite into the wall like we need to be there. Sucked into the turn, but I don't want to touch that grass with this new tire model. turn kind of freaks me out a little bit. There we go. Almost in the 215s, 216.2.
There's the flag. It's over.
Really? I think that might be... Here, let me set that real quick. I think that's my... That's my load cell brake. Oh, you know what? I can actually set that in this. Oh, no. Where is it? Okay. I'll try to keep it in mind. Let's see where we qualified. Oh, you know what? Let me run real fast. No, I don't have time. Woo! Hour and a half. I don't know if I'm going to be able to hold my bladder for that long. It shows up, okay. So it looks like we qualified 35th overall and probably about midway around the middle of our pack. So a lot of 13, 14, 15s for our times, for our pack. So we're going to be way in the back.
One to go. Next time by, line up on the left side.
Could be kind of dangerous.
Road is closed.
I'm kind of wondering if they're going to let the Porsches go first. So you can see we're 12th in our class out of 16 on the track so far. I think a few people just still haven't joined in yet. Yep. Yeah, there's 17. So there's still some people that have not joined in yet. Yeah, it goes all the way down to 43. So a lot of people probably going to be starting from the pits, I would imagine, out of just
catch up 16 car.
What could happen, you know what I mean? All right, guys, here we go. Hour and a half race underway.
12 car. Catch up 24 car. Catch up 26 car. Catch up 43 car. Catch up 38 car.
Sometimes with this many cars, even in the opening lap, you see cars completely wrecked out. Hope that doesn't happen to us. Hopefully we have a decent session here I have eliminated voice chat, so that way we can't get distracted. So we qualified with a 16.2. I think with more practice we could have definitely been well within the 15s. And if we adjusted fuel or had a decent setup for qualifying, we probably could have then put it in the 14s. But I just didn't feel confident with this much practice as we had, which is not much. Really just throwing a random qualifying setup that I felt like might work. Sometimes that can be much more disastrous than it's worth. So I didn't feel like it was worth the risk of just creating a qualifying setup on the fly real fast with no practice. So it's what happened there. A lot of these guys probably have a qualifying setup in that are further ahead of us. So it looks like they let the Porsches go first because they are of a different racing class than us. We will be encountering them because they are faster. This is not the Nordschleife. This is not a humongous track. So they will be coming past us at some point, especially if there's incidences at the beginning of this race that slow us down. Those lead guys will come past probably within the first 10 laps. That's my guess. This is going to be an hour and a half. It's just craziness. And hopefully we get into a decent, safe groove. This is a one-session deal. This is a special event through Iracing. So if we are out of the race, we are out of the race. There's no rejoining another session. Yeah, I left foot brake. So sometimes I am adjusting without thinking. So that's probably why you're seeing it coming on.
Get ready, going green.
It's going to be a hard area to go green in.
Green flag, green flag.
See everyone kind of going wide there.
You got a slow car on the right, car on your left, go left. Still there, hold your line, clear on the left. You got a slow car on the right, you got a slow car on the left, slow car ahead. You got a slow car on the right, right side, stay on the left.
That's someone just slamming into everyone.
Clear, car right, clear. Car right. Keep to the left. Slow car ahead. Clear on the right. Car right. Clear on the right. Car right. Clear all around.
I did not want to get an incident point there. I don't know if we did or not. I don't know if that counted as off track. It's only the first lap and there's already Porsches being tangled up with us. People already slamming into each other. Got an hour and a half worth of points to rack up, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it gets crazy, especially with this many cars on the track, 2 classes, well over 40 vehicles on one track at the same time. just keep your room, keep your space. Nice smooth race.
Car on your left. Clear. Right side. Still there, hold your line. Still there, hold your line. Still there. Clear on the right.
Oh, my dash just shut off. You guys ever heard of iFlag? I absolutely love it. It's an LCD panel. Shows you the current flags that are out, and it's so apparent. Like, you could set the brightness of course, but it's so apparent what flag is out at that current time. It makes it so you really don't have to look down and see what the heck is going on, or take your eyes off what you're doing. You could just kind of see that as a yellow flag or green flag or meatball.
You got a slow car on the right. Go left.
I'm gonna have to come up with a better option for this dash display here.
Slow car ahead. Car stopped ahead. Go left.
Oh, that was good. That was a good turn there. That felt great. Super Ultra Project, what's going on, bud? We are doing the Imsa 90 special event through Iracing. Trying to keep my focus, but at the same time not get stressed out.
Car on your left. Stay on the right. Still there. Clear on the left. Car on your left. Clear.
Yellow flag is out.
Car stopped ahead.
Where? We got a one track off. Darn it. I feel like I was completely avoidable. Completely avoidable. Thank you so much. I need all the good luck I can get.
Car stop on the left. Go right. Car on your left. Stay on the right. Keep to the right. Clear.
Gotta let him by. He's a Porsche. So he's not in our racing class. We're not racing against him, so no point in trying to fight him. Looks like these guys ahead are insisting on fighting him. That's not cool. He's not even in our racing class. I'm slamming into him.
Right side. Clear. We got a Porsche coming up behind us. Looks like he's got some significant body damage. I don't know if he's not really having a Car on your left. Clear.
Oh yeah, he's got some bad damage. He's not even carrying the speed in the straights. Okay.
Car right. Keep to the left. Clear on the right. Car on your left. Clear on the left.
Woo! There we go. There it is. We've been messing up that turn like crazy. We finally got it down to where we need to be. That was a 2:15.8. It's our fastest lap time so far.
Slow car ahead. Car stop on the left. Go right. Car on your left. Still there. Still there. Clear on the left.
Porsche is starting to overdrive and he's actually slowing down. I think me and this Audi driver are on the same page. We think something's about to happen. He's kind of backing off a little bit. I know he could pass him, but he's kind of backing off. He's like, wait a minute, something doesn't seem quite right here.
Car on your left.
He screwed up that corner exit and let me by.
car on your left. Stay on the right. Still there. Keep to the right. Clear on the left.
Having a great time with this guy Saul here. Doing a nice safe race, giving each other enough room. Yes, we're not battling for the lead, but it's still very early on this race. Anything can happen. And I could tell he could push much faster. It's the same thing. It's like, this is a really long race. Get the car to the finish line. A lot of the people are probably not even going to make it, as unfortunate as that is. I hope we do. Oh, he almost screwed up that corner exit again. Thought he was going to come around when he hit the dirt there. That's why I slowed down a little bit. Oh, he slowed down significantly. I don't know if he's just kind of hanging out with us, having a good time. I think he likes to let us pass him, and then he fights past us. Because it kind of seems clearly that he might be the faster car and the faster driver. I think he's just messing with us. Because we're having a pretty safe battle, which is just awesome, you know? Getting close to each other, but we're giving each other enough room. Porsche in the wall. He went in the wall. Lost a lot of speed there. We early apex messed us up speed-wise. Couldn't get on the throttle until really late. Any earlier than that, we would have been in the dirt. Didn't get the car on the curb like we needed to. Now we messed that corner exit up. It should be a 214. No, maybe 215.7. Okay. There we go. There it is. There it is. All right. A few people are already starting to disconnect. Seems like, I think they were Porsche guys. Let's see. This braking's a little erratic, kind of hard to stay behind. Oh! Got a visit from my puppy. front on him, but that's not really a good passing zone.
Right side. Clear.
Should have kept that inside line. We lost a lot of speed through there. I think Saul was trying to like let us know, like, hey bud, what are you doing, man?
Car on your left. Clear.
Need to make it around this guy ahead of us. We need to do it safely and cleanly. Saul is running a clean race behind us. Kind of feel like he might be getting a little bit antsy to want to pass. Feel these tires starting to let loose now. I'm driving the Audi RS3 LMS car. Nice and neat so far. Thank you so much. Trying to hold the inside line there and manage the hops. Really hug this outside wall. My gosh. He just kind of like brake checked me right there.
Left side. Still there.
I'm gonna have to let the
Clear.
I'll let him go and let my tires kind of relax a little bit, because now he's starting to brake check and all that. I don't know if he was doing it intentionally. Might have just been his car is not handling right. But I'm in it for the long game. Oh, what is he doing?
You cut the course, you've got to slow down and give up that time. Left side. Clear on the left.
Those time penalties really cost you a lot. We're 13th now, I think we should be. Yep.
Car on your left. Stay on the right. Clear on the left. Left side. Clear on the left.
There we go. That was so satisfying to nail that turn. Woo, that felt good. Just we're touching the curb. We should have been over that curb. Overall, not bad through that sector there. Not bad. Need to catch back up to Saul. ruined that last sector there. I think we were just carrying too much speed. We didn't slow down enough. Look at that. We are already knocking on their door. Almost got in the 214s. That was 215.079. Be entering this scuffle a little bit. Hope we don't get the. Nope, we did. That worked out okay. We're entering this group of cars that are ahead of us in these battles, so it should be fun. Hopefully we can get into the top 10. Much better. Look at that time increase as we're getting faster than our fastest lap time by over a half a second. We really nailed it. Paul got right into that apex there. These turns that I would normally stay in fourth gear in, I'm going to probably be downshifting because of just the tires.
You got about 5 laps of fuel left.
Felt good. That was good there. longer watch how much fuel we have left. I don't have my dash up, unfortunately.
Car on your left. Stay on the right. Keep to the right. Clear.
Scott B, what's going on? Welcome. We are currently in the top 10. These guys, their braking points are all over the place, and it's kind of hard to really follow. I think as everyone's tires are letting loose, they're still pushing way too hard. As are we, you know what I mean? It happens. But
Car on your left. Clear on the left.
Alright, this next lap we have to go and pit in. So at the end of this lap, we have to pit in. Or we're going to be out of fuel on the track. We lost so much speed on that.
Left side. Still there, hold your line. Clear on the left. You have about 2 laps of fuel left.
Not quite. Oh no, we went off the track.
Car right. Slow down. You got a penalty for cutting the cord. Clear on the right. Left side. Clear on the left.
All right, let's see. Oh, come on.
Move it, move it.
There was a button being pressed on my keyboard and it completely screwed us up. Darn it. Come on.
Okay, punch it.
Wow, that completely messed us up. Be careful that a button is not being pressed on your dash. I mean, on your...
Left side, clear.
Can't believe that. That was an excessively long pit stop that did not need to happen. I didn't even realize what was happening until I saw that the check mark was just flickering. Old tires.
Right side. Clear on the right.
Very frustrating. It should have been a very fast... It wasn't even fueling up because there was just a button being pressed over and over again. Can't believe I let that happen.
car on your left. Still there,
Go,
hold
buddy.
your line. Clear on the left. Left side. Clear.
Basically came to a full stop to let him by. Come on, man. What was that about?
Clear.
Come on. Everyone's starting to do their pits here and there, all sporadically, all different. That's why it has yet to say the leader's pitting now, or anything like that. Some people are doing the long game in the front, some people are doing the long game in the back. Once everyone pits, we'll kind of see where our position lies, where we end up. You know, we had an excessive pit stop. Back tires are not as warm as the fronts. That's why you kind of saw that car sort of fishtailing there. Alright, so we are now 12th. Kind of moved back to around the area that we were before, because everyone's starting to pit in and get that going. Still haven't heard my crew chief say that the leader's pitting now, which is normally telltale of when the fast guys are deciding to pit in. They must be loading their fuel very front end heavy. That wasn't the smoothest through that sector at all.
Car right. Clear. You got a slow car on the left. Car right. Keep to the left. Clear on the right.
And this is not exhausting, but kind of beats you up a little bit in the motion rig, you know. Hour and a half straight of just getting slammed around. You really get some appreciation for the real life drivers.
Right side. Still there. Still there. Clear, right side. Clear on the right.
Come on, Tim.
Car on your left. Still there, hold your line. Clear.
He's gonna pass us now. That was not the cleanest corner right there. Woo! All right, we got a little bit of distance between us and the guy behind. Was not clean at all.
Car right. Still there, hold your line. Clear.
Not really. I do have another driver who I'm really good friends with, and we've been talking about creating one, but we haven't done that yet. Looks like Saul is coming up behind us. He's currently 5th. Nice. I mean, that... I think that pit really ruined us. I mean, as long as it was, and way longer than it needed to be, you know?
They say you cut the
I knew
cord.
that was
You'll
gonna
have to slow
happen,
down and give up the time game. Left side. Clear on the left.
Oh, it looks like Saul's actually 10th. Oh, 12th. Okay, so they actually put him behind us. So it looks like maybe he just pitted. He doesn't have enough juice yet. He's gonna get us on the top side here. There he goes. Look at that top speed on that Porsche.
Right side.
I'm gonna brake early.
Stay on the left. Clear on the right.
Now I'm going to use him to catch Tim. I'm going to get in his draft. He is faster. He's going to have a higher top speed. So my goal is to actually be in the top 10 in our class. And we are one car away from that. Tim does not want to let him by, because if he lets him by, it may let me by. Because I'm already on the racing line. Tim would more than likely have to come off the racing line to let him by. So he's trying to do that, let him force the issue, and not sacrifice how much time. That's pretty smart. I'm gonna try to put some pressure on Tim though. Get making work for it. The salt is coming up behind us. That up. We still got 16 minutes left of this race session. Fifteen minutes left in this race session. I was pretty wide there.
Car right. Clear on the right.
Come on, dude, pass.
Car right. Still there, hold your line. Clear on the right.
spinning the front tires like crazy. Oh no! Caught a little bit of the grass, just a hair on the left rear, and around we went.
Right side. Clear. You cut that corner and got a slow down penalty. Clear on the right.
Darn it. I'm like losing focus. Can't believe we did that.
Car right. Clear.
That's the lead car in my series. That wasn't too bad.
White flag, stay smooth.
All right, white flag is out. We're almost done with this race session. A lot of dirt on the track there. So we didn't hit our place goal of wanting to be in the top 10. We just missed it. Probably a lot of that had to do with our very unfortunate issue that we had with our...
Better schedule some testing. We'll get them next time.
Our very unfortunate issue where our keyboard had something on it and it wasn't allowing us to refuel. It was just like pushing the button over and over and over again. And our pit ended up probably going 2 or 3 times longer than it had to. So we figured out what the issue was. But we made it to the end of the event, which is absolutely awesome. That was the main goal, just making it to the end of the event. This is one of those events that it's just one-shot deal. There's not multiple events. This is just a 90-minute race, and there was 2 classes. So I was kind of afraid that we were going to get caught up in a lot of stuff here. Let's see. So we ended up finishing, looks like race 29th total because of the 2 classes. You can see the yellow is the Porsche class, and they pretty much got 1 through 14 there. But as far as we go, I think we're going to have to actually go to our main... save this replay. We're going to have to go to our main results. Sorry about that, to be able to see exactly what we did here. So let's do that. I'm sure it's going to be a while before the results are available. So everyone, just hold on just a moment. I'm going to step out just for a split second, then we're going to go over the results in just a moment. everyone. So let's take a look at the results. The results should be in by now. It did say that we finished 12th. Let's see if that's still the case. Should be. All right, so let's switch this over so you can see what happened here. Again, that one pit really ruined our chances of trying to be in the top. So make sure nothing is on your keyboard, big time. But here's a race session here. You can see we're probably, where are we? Should be towards the, right there. So we got a huge safety rating bump, humongous, 1.06. So now we are Class A 3.60. So that rocks. Oh man, that's almost worth it all in itself there. Safety rating bumps were kind of all over the place. Our I rating, we lost a little bit of points because we didn't really do, honestly, that great. Let's see. Championship points, we got 39 points. And yes, so in our class, we finished 12th. It looks like, let's just look at our class only. So in our class, we should be, yep, we're like towards the middle. So out of 20 cars, we finished 12th. So towards the middle. I wanted to be in the top 10. The top 10, you can see that's when you start actually receiving points generally, not always, but generally speaking, that's when you start getting points. And that's where we like to be. But the main goal was to actually finish the race session. So you could actually see here, we were being very, very safe with the car because overall we got on the right side of the screen here. Oh, you actually can't see that because the chat's in the way. On the right side of the screen here, we actually got the highest amount of safety rating points. Close second was actually the second place guy. Who had 4 incidences. We only had one incident there. This gentleman also got one, Carlos Baldovan, but his safety rating is already a 4.6, and he might be a very, no, his I rating is about the same as ours, around there. But we did get some hits on there, but that safety rating bump is worth it. Absolutely worth it. That's huge. If anyone's in iRacing, they could tell you that safety rating bumps like that are very few and far between. So I'm very happy about that. It says that we could be in contention to actually receive a higher license. We're at the top. The next class above is just pro. So we're not pro, but you can see qualifying. We also qualified 12th out of 20 cars. Our qualifying lap, I think with more practice, like after running this race, we could definitely kill this qualifying time and probably be definitely in the 15s. Because most of that race we were in the 15s, except for when we were kind of overdriving or having issues. Fastest lap time is 1:15.079, so almost in the 14s there. Average lap time was a 2:20. We got caught up in a lot of traffic here and there, and then we started having issues here and there. So to be expected. Practice, we were much slower because we really didn't get much practice time in with a 2:17. So you can just see as our experience with the car and track combination increased, our lap times were decreasing. But that's not the way you want to do it. You want to get a lot of practice beforehand before you actually get in the race session. So that way, when you actually do get in, you're already peaked. You're already ready to go. Strength of field. So let's see what split we're in. Middle of the pack. So we were in the 11th split out of 21 splits total. Let's see. Not sure what one our buddy would be in. Let's see if we could find. Let's see if we could find our buddy Jesse and see what he actually did in his race session. Because I know he's a higher I rating than us, so he would be, yeah. So his strength of field was actually lower. strength of field was actually lower than ours. How is that? I don't get that. His I rating is higher, but his strength of field was lower. I don't know. Maybe I'm not seeing this right. So, all right. So he was one split ahead of us. Just one split up. It looks like, let's see if we could see what his race session looked like here. I know he was in the 215s during practice yesterday when he was letting me know. Looks like a lot of drivers in his session also. Let's go down to just the Audis. So it looks like 20 cars again, and it looks like he got in the top 10. Nice. That's awesome. 3 incident points, not bad at all. And he got his I rating bump just slightly because he's in the top 10 at that point. Good safety rating bump too. So me and him are like almost at this exact same 3.6, 3.65 levels. So that's freaking awesome. We got a really good safety rating bump for the both of us, and that is amazing. Let's see what his average lap time was. His average lap time was a 2:15.6. His fastest lap time was 2:15.6. So we got lucky on our fastest lap time, but his average time was like a little over a second faster than ours. His is a 2:19.2, and ours was I think a 2:20.8 or something like that. No, 2:22. So actually exactly a second off. We were exactly a second off average lap time. Not bad. I'm really happy we were able to make it to the finish there and actually able to do it. There's a few guys here that obviously had issues from here down. They either did not finish the race, didn't even enter the race. Something happened with their system. Obviously, these people disconnected. Maybe some early on crashes, and they just couldn't get the car repaired fast enough. Now, there was a quick repair, and I kind of wish there wasn't because Jesse just texted me. He did great. He only had 3 incident points. He'll take that as a win. So, yeah. I got to say I am super happy and proud of our performance. I kind of wish we were 2 cars ahead. I kind of felt like that when that one Porsche came up on us and I was trying to be nice and let him pass because I felt like he was much faster than us. I didn't really give him the spot to pass in the most opportune area for us. So he wasn't quite like, is he letting me pass or not, even though I was putting pass right. And then I was offline and kind of overdriving offline. Should have probably slowed down more off the line. And then because that happened, we started getting issues with our tires. Once he finally made it by, we were completely just off for a little bit. He ended up pulling away, and the car ahead at the time was Saul. So we ended up losing them a little bit. I feel like I should have just left him behind us until it was a better time for him to pass. Kind of felt like he was starting to press the issue a little bit and really trying to get ahead of us. And I did not want to risk him spinning us out over just, a race class issue. So that's why I tried to let him by, tried to run a really safe race. I'm glad we got that safety rating bump. That was an absolute amazing bump. And thank you so much, everyone, for joining in and kind of hanging out with us for this extremely long race session, this extremely long stream. I look to definitely get more practice in, be a little bit more competitive towards the end of the season. This is the second race of the season. And again, this is only a special event. So these special events come every so often. We're not always able to run them, but when we do, it's amazing because it's just one event. You only have one shot to do it. So everyone, I'm Crash, this is RTA Motorsports. Thank you so much for joining in and hanging out, having fun. Hopefully you had fun, and hopefully you may have learned something, especially a few of you I know are thinking about getting into iRacing. So hopefully you can kind of see what it's all about. Everyone have a great day. See you all next time.